Right, so we'll start today's class. Yeah, so we'll just. Right. Right, so we'll just start off today. Aditya is there. Yeah, who's it?
Roll number 6, sir.
Akash K.
Yes, sir.
Why are you late?
Sir, some security issues, sir. Teams asked me for a re-login, sir. So I forgot my password, sir.
Why is it asking?
Don't know, sir. I forgot my password and it took me sometimes.
No, it's not the first time you are coming late, no, isn't it?
Sir, roll number 19.
Who is it?
Roll number 19.
Dhanakartika.
Yes, sir.
Why are you late?
Network problem, sir.
No network problems. Okay. How did you attend the previous class?
Sir, now only what?
At 11 o'clock only network problem, huh?
Sir, for some time, sir. Near jail, jail is there, sir. So they'll have jammers, sir.
Okay.
Sometimes we won't get, sir. Sometimes they'll on and off.
Oh, okay. Nice. Good explanation. Have the explanation, no problem. Okay. Right. So, see, dear students, did anybody have this removing problem yesterday? Please be frank. Was anybody trying to remove you, take you out and all?
No, sir.
No, sir. It was not there.
No, sir.
Okay, now I am having the Microsoft Word document in front of me, so I am not seeing the Teams screen. People who used to remove others, please be frank. Were you able to do something yesterday? People who used to remove others, you are not able to do. Right. So let me give one suggestion. Yesterday's class recording was not correct. How many of you saw that? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right. When inquired, see, I did a small preliminary research on it. Now I am giving permissions for everybody to come inside. Correct. Right. Otherwise, you will be waiting in the lobby permanently. Now, if I keep on switching the screens intermittently, some problems are happening. Right. So this was what I was asking for, total cooperation from all sides. If I keep a free meeting with no restrictions, right, and I just keep on taking the class, any network problem, you can also go out, come in. But if I keep the restriction, I have to change the screen, go and give you permission. This is stopping the recording in between. So I'm leaving it to the class, right? Those people who are interested in disturbing others, I'm highly requesting that please understand why I didn't keep these restrictions. right? Intermittently, if I stop this class, I change the screen from this Word document into the Teams screen and allow people, the recording is getting affected. Right? This is what I have observed, because I kept the similar type of restrictions for August 14th class. That class is also not recorded properly. All of you, if you want, you can go and see. Whenever I keep unwanted permissions and I have to keep on allowing you coming inside, clear, recording gets spoiled. So now it is up to you. Now those who have network problems also, if you go out and if you come inside, if I have to give you permission to come in, I have to change the screen, the recording gets affected. I have put the problem in black and white in front of all the 63 people. Right? Now, please decide what can be done. I want an open class, right, in which I want everyone to come in, go out freely because of the network issues. Now, if you start taking advantage of that and start playing, you decide what is it. No recordings will be available. We'll go like this. Clear? I'm making it very clear. Right? So yesterday's class.
Sir, permission is not. Roll number 19, sir. Not able to see any screen, sir. It's showing permission should be given from the.
Then after the class, you discuss with the friends what I was telling. If I change the screen, the thing is going away. Please understand what I am trying to tell. Clear? Either you come before 11 o'clock or you just don't come. Simple. Clear? I don't want the class recording to be stopped. Now I have given permission to everyone. I don't know whether if the network problem, you go away. I don't know what to do. If I take away the permissions, everybody will keep on removing and keep playing. Right? So I wanted to be a welfare society, but you guys are not allowing me to be that. Clear? So now I have given permission. Don't ask me to change the screen intermittently. So yesterday I had uploaded a file which formed the del vector. Right? Now you should slowly understand in a very logical fashion what we are going to do. Clear? So what we are going to do, trying to differentiate a vector. Right? For that, we created a del operator, del vector, which is a differential vector. Clear? Now you have a vector A. Now, if you want to differentiate, what we should do? Do some operations. Do some operations between del and A. Right? Both are vectors now. Clear? So we are trying to create a Pakka mathematical model. What are the possible vector operations? Kishore is there? Kishore?
Yes, sir.
If you have two vectors A and B, what are the possible operations between them?
Dot product, cross product, sir.
Then, can we add them?
Yes, sir. Scalar addition and scalar multiplication.
You can add them. You can subtract them.
Yes, sir.
You can subtract them. I am just coming into a logical fashion. If you have two vectors in your hand, you can add them, you can subtract them. Then in multiplication, you have two types, isn't it? Multiplication means you have two types. You can do either a dot product or you can do a cross product. Right? Anuj, is there anything called a vector division?
No, sir, never heard of it.
Why did you use the term never?
I have not heard of it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. See, just take it lightly, man. Why did you use that? You were so impressed there. Never there is vector division. Why you can't divide a vector by vector? Why? What happens?
Sir, you cannot divide direction of something. Like you cannot divide like I can divide north into north, west, and north south. You cannot do that. And vector is generally basically pointing us to a direction. We cannot divide the direction.
Fantastic, fantastic. right? So I want you to for the entire class. So we are now going in this fashion actually. To do differentiation, we created a vector, and that vector is called del vector. Clear? So now that del vector has taken many forms. So that was what we were actually yesterday doing. Del vector is sum of the differentials there. So a sample del vector, if I am just writing it like this, a del vector was given as summation along measure of the rate of change along x plus ax, the measure of the rate of change along y along ay, the measure of the rate of change along z az. Right? Now this is a vector. Now what is the best possible thing you can do? I want to apply a differentiation operator on vector A. So I have to choose the product option. I have to choose the product option. So I have two cases. One is I can take a dot product between del and a vector A. I can choose a cross product. Right? I can choose a cross product between the vector del and any vector A. Clear? Right? Provided that A is a functional vector. You write it in terms of function. So I have two options in vector different. And see, the idea is when I do exercise these two operations, if I take del dot A and del cross A, right? Mathematically, you will form expressions that arrive at differentiation. Mathematically, right? You will be doing differentiation. Getting it? Getting the way in which these two things are formed, and normally you know the terms for this. This person is given the name divergence, right? And this person is given the name curl. Right? This is how you should try to understand these things. Clear? So now you have got a vector. Now you have to differentiate the vector. To differentiate the vector, what I do? I form a differential operator. Right? And I form a differential operator. And now what do? I try to make it as a cross product or a dot product. If you take del dot A or del cross A, you do either of these things, you will be arriving at an expression, which will be nothing but doing some differentiations. Clear? You will arrive at some expressions, which will be actually a differential operator. Correct? For example, I will just write something. If you have an A vector as A1 AX plus A2 AY plus A3 AZ, right? Where A1, A2, A3 are functions of x, y, z. It can be function of x, function of y, function of z, or combination, anything. Then now if you take del dot A, naturally you get dou by dou x of A1 plus dou by dou y of A2 plus dou by dou z of A3. Getting it? Now somehow I have brought differentiation into picture. Clear? This A1, A2, A3. These are all functions representing the physical quantity. Now if I directly do this del dot A, I get some idea here, right? So you may get right. Tanish, you are there? Tanish?
Sir.
Tanish, if I do something like this dot product, the result is a scalar or a vector?
So a scalar, sir. For
Scalar.
Dot product, the result is scalar, sir.
Scalar. Right. Now if I do cross product, what will be the result?
Sir, it will be a vector, sir.
It will be a vector. Right. So now, thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Tanish. Thank you. Okay. Now, what I am trying to tell is, now let me have this scalar as say some value k, and this vector as some vector b. Clear? What do these things mean? What do k and B mean? Right? Let us just try to get into the idea there. Right? Okay. So we will. Sanjana is there? Sanjana? Sanjana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are in line with what we were doing?
Yes, sir.
Right. Just tell me, what does K and B mean? Yeah, I give you a vector. You do this del operations, either you can do K. You got to know. I'm just asking question. What do physically this K and B mean? K, you will be getting a scalar value, say 22.
Yes, sir.
B, you will be getting a vector value, plus, plus, plus. What will this K and B mean? What do you think? What is your answer? Just a discussion. I'm not asking any correct answer or wrong answer. What do you think that K and B will be mean?
K is a
K will be a number, right? It will be a scalar quantity.
Yes,
What
sir.
will it mean? What will it mean?
It's just a magnitude number, so it won't represent any direction.
It won't represent anything.
Directions, directions won't be in the picture when it's.
Yeah, definitely. Because once you have taken the dot product, the directions vanish away. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Right. And just your intuition. What will B mean? If you take your fundamentally, see, you have to understand. You should throw away this dot product and cross product. You are directly doing differentiation of the functions. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Right. A vector A, which I wrote like this: A1, A2, A3. Clear. Right. This I am getting from measurements. I do some actual measurements on the field and I get it. Now I want to analyze it. Clear? So that is how the things go ahead. Now when I analyze it, I get two numbers like this. I get sometimes a vector. Right?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? That is what my question is. Just give something, no problem, no issues. Okay, what will that vector B mean? It will be a vector quantity. You will get some directions into it.
Yes, sir.
So what can it mean?
It will give you a vector which is in the direction which is perpendicular to A and B. I mean delta and A vector, the two vectors.
Now that is my question. Sanjana, I'm not asking you alone. The question is for the entire class. What Sanjana said is precisely correct. A cross product gives you a vector B, which is in the perpendicular plane to vectors A and B. Now, listen to my question carefully. My vector A is there, but my vector B is not a physical vector. It's a mathematical operator. Del cross A. Del is not a physical vector. Right. Now, how do you define B? That is what I was trying to ask. Sanjana, did you understand what I am trying to tell?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A and B means, okay, A and B are two physical vectors present in some planes, and you will get me the idea, correct?
Yes, sir.
But now del is not a physical vector, right?
Yes, sir.
Del is an operator. Del is a mathematical quantity operator. Correct.
Yes,
now,
sir.
how do you interpret B? Same way you should attack K. That is what I was trying to put across. Soumya, you are there?
Sir?
Soumya, you are in line with what I am telling?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is B representing now? What can B represent? You understood now when I am telling A and B, two vectors, physical vectors, what Sanjana said is correct. That is a vector in the plane perpendicular.
Yes, sir.
Now, del is not a physical vector, correct? Do you accept that?
Yes, sir.
It is an operator. I am doing something
Yes.
on pen and paper. A is a physical vector.
Yes.
Now, what is the meaning given to B? What can be the meaning? Just I want to see what you people are thinking. That's all.
It will be a vector along IJK direction.
But what is the what will be the meaning of that vector? What can you tell to it? Nothing. Leave it. No problem. Srivatsan. Srivatsan.
Yes, sir.
Srivatsan, you are listening to all the discussions. Tell me, what can the meaning be given to B?
Sir, displacement vector.
You will get a vector, you are calling it displaced. What can be the meaning given to that scalar? You can do differentiation in two ways, correct? That's what we are finally telling. In one,
Yes.
you will get a scalar, one, you will get a vector. What can be the meaning for that scalar?
Sum of.
நான் சொன்னல 22 னு ஒரு வேல்யூ வருது, that's all. You do something and you get some value 22. What can I give meaning to that value 22? That's what I'm asking. Don't take 22 as a serious thing. When you summed everything, you got 22. If you want, you get 23 also.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning?
Yes, sir.
Shreyas is there? Shreyas Krishna Mohan, 52. Sri, okay now, okay.
Yes, sir.
Shreyas, what is your take on these things?
Yes. Sir, is it like the area of?
Area of what?
Area between those two vectors.
I told you, del is not at all a physical quantity. Del is an operator, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a mathematical, just like plus, minus, division, multiplication, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's an operator. Vector is here. What can be the idea? Okay, anybody has any different thoughts on it? Requesting it.
Sir, I have an idea.
Yeah, please, who is it? Arun?
So basically, when you take the dot product, you're differentiating each component.
Yes, and adding them.
So, yes. So actually, it'll tell you the change in direction in each direction. So if the final value you get is positive, it means that it's like acting as a source.
Oh, great, Arun, I'll come to those things and all. Okay, anyway, continue. Yeah, continue. I just want you to logically enter into that. Yeah.
And
you continue.
Yeah,
if it is negative,
and if it's negative, then it's like the vectors are going towards that point.
Okay, and if it is zero?
If it's zero, okay. If it's zero, that means like the vectors are all going in a straight line or something.
There are no variations.
Yeah.
First,
okay.
Mathematically, there are no variations. I can tell like that.
Yeah.
Right. So there are, okay, I accept your point. There are three possibilities there. You can get a positive value, you can get a negative value, you can get zero. There are different interpretations for that. Right, we'll have it there. For that vector B, what is your idea?
Okay, I don't have an idea for vector B.
No problem. Just keep thinking on these lines. That's what I want you people to do. Anybody else coming up with some ideas? I hope I'm making my things clear, how you should understand the subject. Right, that is more important. I know you people would have studied these things previously, but just a refresh also and putting it in a different direction. How should you look at that vector B? That is my idea here. Who can take a call?
Sir.
Yeah, who's it?
Harshavardhani.
Soluma.
Sir, is it like the magnitude in each direction of that vector?
Magnitude of the variations in each direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Magnitude of the variations in each direction. We'll have it. Vignesh.
Yes,
Vignesh?
sir. Yes, sir.
What are you doing there? Tell me.
Sir, actually I was clear at the start of the class, but after hearing all this discussion, I got confused. But my idea is, sir, so like you'll have a vector, let's say it as x square plus y square and z square, so the three components. So when we use the del operator and we get a value, let's take it as 2x plus 2y plus 2z, sir.
Exactly.
So we can say that it is going in that particular direction. Like it's moving 2 in the x-axis, 2 in the y, and 2 in the z. That is the area covered by that vector.
Area covered by that vector. Okay. Now, what were you clear at the start of the class? Sorry for confusing you. Let me have that idea also. Tell me. You said you were clear at the start of the class and I confused you totally.
I don't remember that now, sir, but I had an idea, sir, but I don't know how to put it in words, sir.
Okay. Right. Anyway, see, I am trying to take this mathematics very in a slow fashion because everybody should understand that when you are going to do some computational solving, I'm not telling in this course itself we will be doing everything. It takes a long time for you to build these things, and your course is oriented towards that. Right? Whenever we do computational things, we should be very careful. Without knowing, without attributing something physical to it, we should not keep on going like that. Right? So that was my main aim in stopping here, because this is with respect to differentiation. With integration, when we come, still more abstract mathematical things will come. Clear? We should have clear idea of what we are doing and how to proceed. Right? That is the main thing that we have to do. You should not simply take it as a generalized thing. Always I will do del dot A. Always I will do del cross A. Clear? So if you are going to attack one problem, right? Let us take a small example. I will go back to my mobile tower example. Okay, so I have a mobile tower, an EM wave is radiating. I give the vector expression for it. Right? So I had requested that everybody go through the first document. Why you should differentiate, why you should integrate. Clear? So we integrate, we have to differentiate to know the rate of change. Right? Now here we have to really bring in the physical problem. Right? This idea has to be brought inside. Without bringing the physical problem into picture, you cannot attribute any meaning to del dot or del cross. Cannot attribute any meaning, right, to the results of del dot A or del cross A. This is what I want you to understand here. It's a new thing. I am just putting it directly from the sky there. Right? What is the meaning to this thing? What is the meaning to this thing? This is directly taken from the physical problem. For example, if you take your physical problem as a heat field, right? You are working in a heat field and your A vector represents it actually. That's what I am trying to tell. Right? In this physical domain, there is no meaning actually. No meaning for del cross. Right? Because the heat field behaves in such a fashion. Now, right? So I'm just trying to slowly build up the things for you. So first you should know the problem, physical domain. Right? Physical domain you should know. You should know what are the aspects. Right? You should know the aspects of the problem. Right? You should know that if there is something perpendicular effects, or are there any parallel effects? Is it happening? This you should first of all know. As an engineer, you should first of all know. Then we can say that this is nothing but a cross product. This is nothing but a dot product. Getting an idea? Right? This is very clear there. Mathematically, if this is a pakka mathematics class, I don't have any issues. I can directly go like that, give you a function A, ask you to do del cross A, ask you to do del dot A, right? Find the values. No problem. Right? But when A starts to take a physical idea, right, it is our responsibility to identify what this represents, what this represents. slowly we have to come into the physical domain here. For example, if A represents an electric field, the divergence of an electric field, what does it mean? This we have to have a physical idea first of all. Then, right, then if you have the expression for electric field and then you do divergence, you will be able to get that. Getting it? So these are the things that you should now slowly try to understand, because whenever I am now going to tell you some things, it is all restricted to some particular fields. If you study the vector calculus for heat formulation, they will always ignore this del cross, right? They don't need this actually. There is no way a cross product comes into picture. What is the birth of cross product? That you should know actually. Why did we have it actually? Birth of cross product. The birth of cross product in itself is Ampere's right hand screw rule. Ampere's screw rule. What is it? As you have a screw that goes inside in this direction, then you create a motion like this, right? So this is the idea of the Ampere's screw rule, right hand screw rule. The current flow is there, the magnetic field is there, it relates the current, magnetic field and physical motion. This I think you would have studied it in your schools. Now, this happens only for magnetic field. This is applicable only for magnetic field. Clear? So when you study about magnetic field, right, cross product is valid. Right. So this is the idea there that I'm trying to tell them. Clear? Right. So please try to get this meaning correctly slowly. That is why I was telling this vector differentiation integration. If you understand it correctly, EM field is very simple. Why I am taking more time here is for you to understand the physical meaning correctly. For example, let us have an idea. There is a river flowing with two banks. The river is, water is flowing like this. You are modeling the flow vector. Right. Now, it is up to you to decide whether there is something called as del cross A or something called as del dot A. It is up to us to decide. We have to study the physical problem continuously, and then we have to see that by taking this del dot or del cross, do we get some meaning? Right? Del cross means if the flow is circular, if there is a circular flow, right? If the river suddenly starts rotating like this in this direction, there will be a deep, you call it a whirlpool actually. If people are able to be in line with me, I can tell it. So if this happens, then del cross A is like this. Clear? If the flow is straight, there is no problem. If flow is straight, right? No whirlpool is formed. Right? You don't need to do del cross A. Del cross A is not at all defined. Right? But if flow is circular, del cross A is defined. Right? So we attribute the meanings to different differential operators. Is the idea clear there actually? Harshavardhani? Harshavardhani.
Yes, sir.
Am I making myself clear here actually?
Yes, sir.
You told no, we are finally, while differentiating, you are only seeing the variations in the direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, we have to go and study if something like that happens. If something like that happens, then cross product will model it. Getting it? Right? If the flow is straight, the river is flowing smoothly, there is no issue. Clear? There is no meaning in getting a del cross here then. Getting it? Right?
Yes, sir.
So this was what I'm just addressing the entire class here. How you should look at cross product and dot product. Simply you attack a heat problem, right? You model the vector, you start taking cross product, dot products, you will always stare at the meaning only. Right? That is not the way to attack it. Clear? Right? So this class is highly related to the class that I took on August 13. How a vector is formed. This is for everybody's. I am just requesting you. We started this thing by this class. How a vector is formed by studying the physics first. Physics means I am telling the physical conditions. Right. So as and when you keep on studying the physical conditions, you will observe the aspects. Right? Then naturally you will arrive at decisions. Naturally you will know what is to be studied. You will know whether del dot should be there, del cross should be there, or both. Getting it? Right? This is what I am trying to exactly tell here. Right? Let me take a small industrial example. Clear? You have an industry in which there is a tower. Right? This is a tower out of which gases flow out. Right? Now, if when the gas is flowing out, is the gas affecting the walls? This is something we need to know. Now, how do you feed the tower? The tower is being fed from a tube like this. The gas flow is coming like this. Right? It's taking a sharp turn and then going away. Now, this is what you have to sit and study now. Now you have to study the problem correctly. Study the problem. Right? If the gas is unwantedly doing some turbulence, if the gas is somewhat flowing out like this, then requires a curl study. Right? If it is not flowing like that, if the gas is flowing in a linear fashion, gas flow is quite linear. Gas flows linear. Curl is not that much important. Curl is not, I'll only tell like that. Curl is not important. Right? Now coming to what Arun was trying to tell. When you take, I told you curl is not important. Then you have got only one more option, that is called del dot A. Right? Now it can be either positive, it can be negative or zero. Right? Arun? So now coming back to your aspects, here it is a pakka example that when the gas is flowing like this and it is going up, depending on the conditions, right? It's easier said than done. Clear? When we take del dot A, if you get positive, it means that there is some, choking here. We have to decide that if it is negative, if it is zero, pakka, no issues, the gas is coolly going away. Right? So this was the usual definitions that we gave here. That is why it is always related to the flow of the vector. How the vector flows is governed here. So finally, a broad conclusion in engineering terms is whenever you take del dot of A, you are almost studying how the flow occurs. Whenever you take del cross of A, you are worried about circular flows. Right? A circular flow effects due to it. Right? So this is how we proceed ahead. This is how the modeling actually starts. Clear? We will stop today's class here. Clear? Right? Because today's class is a bit of, you have to really sit and think there actually. Right? After that, the mathematics becomes meaningful. You can study this topic in two ways. Either open your Erwin Kreiswig book, take all the mathematical functions, do del cross A. Right? You will get expressions. That is okay for a mathematical class. But for our engineering problems, how you should attack is, we should always go study the problem first. Right? Study the problem and then you have to decide what I have to do. Clear? For example, if the problem is like the gas is flowing in a circular fashion, when it is flowing in a circular fashion, it may go and hit the walls. I want to know what is the effect on it. This can be one of these suggestions. This can be one of the problems. So after doing all these analysis only, we come to the model actually. This is what I am trying to tell here repeatedly. Getting it? Right? So now I want you to understand these two things. Del dot A and del cross A. Right? The physical meaning is very case sensitive. You can't simply attribute any meaning to it. Getting it? We'll stop today's class. Right? I'm just coming to the window there. Right? So, was the class clear today? Can I just have a case? Because see, suddenly the recordings are not happening correctly. Have I made my point clear? I would like to have a feedback. Priyanka, roll number 7 or 8. Who's it?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka, was the idea clear today? At least 50%?
Yes, sir.
What I was trying to tell, how to relate the mathematics. Yesterday it was a pure mathematics class. I was simply talking about sin theta, sin phi, everything. Clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
what I am trying to tell is how to interpret the numbers. Okay. Getting it? Right. Gokul?
Yes, sir.
Gokul, was the class clear, Gokul?
Yes, sir. Like I got a small idea, sir, like how to get the.
Yes. Okay. No problem. I got a small idea. I'll be uploading whatever I have written there as the class jotings in the class notebook. A detailed file also will be uploaded. I am requesting that I am writing the files so that students can be easy. It's not, I think I am writing it easily. If it's not, we are not comfortable with it, you please tell me, right? Because you have to read through these things. That is my request here. Clear? We'll stop here because getting the physical meaning is more important. Anybody has any doubts? You can ask others. If you have no doubts, you can leave.
Sir?
Yeah, Shivakailash, solunga.
Sir, in the gases problem,
yeah,
the movement of a gas is randomized, sir. It cannot be like circular. It's randomized.
That is actually as per pure chemistry, correct?
Yes, sir.
But when you have I told you, I am talking about an industry there. An industry in which some pressurized gas is being left out of a tube.
Yes, sir.
Clear? The gas that comes out of your, two-wheeler, is it in a randomized fashion?
Not exactly, no, sir.
Exactly. That is what I want you to note there. Getting it? That's an engineering application. How the gas should be taken out from the engine level and given out into the atmosphere. Correct?
Yes, sir. Sir, right. What I wanted to know is like del cross A can only be used for circular flows or for any rotation or any curves?
Circular rotation. If in the physical problem there is a rotatory motion.
Yes, sir.
Getting it? And because of that rotatory motion, there are some effects. If you feel that there are something like this, then do del cross.
Yes, sir.
Getting it? But in the physical problem, there is no del cross. There is no circular motion.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then there is no meaning in doing a del cross. You don't attach. I told you, after doing del cross here, you may get a vector. You will be wondering what that vector represents.
Yes, sir.
Getting it? That's what I was trying to tell. That's why I gave the river example. A river is flowing quietly. Clear?
Yes.
There is no circular motion in the river. You understood? The water is not whirling. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, when the river is flowing smoothly, you want to know how if I put a wooden log onto it, will the log reach point B? There is no meaning in finding out the curl there. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
This is what I was trying to tell you. It will take some time for it to settle down. But if there is a big circular whirlpool happening, will the log reach point A to point B? It will go down inside. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want to study that effect now. Then I have to take the curl.
Yes, sir. Because the curl is the mathematical representation of curl is it measures the rotational effects of a vector field. That was curl, sir.
And that vector represents something in the perpendicular direction also. Getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, correct.
Getting it? That's why take that river example itself. When the river is rotating in its flow, clear, and you are able to model that vector, del cross will give you how much deep the whirlpool is. This meaning we have to attach actually. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
But if the river is not at all rotating, it is flowing smoothly. Clear. There is no need for taking curl of that vector. Getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So that is why I'm saying you have to study the physical problem first, and only then you have to come to the mathematics. Right. Typically, heat field never rotates actually. There is no effect of a heat field rotating. So in heat thermodynamics, if you go, they will never take curl and all. They will always be happy with the divergence only. Right?
Yes.
In our electromagnetic field, this magnetic field and current are rotated through rotation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Current flows, there is a rotating magnetic field around it. It's a physical scenario. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So curl comes into picture.
Yes, sir.
If I want to study the relation there, curl type of operations have to be done. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Just keep thinking about it. You will get an idea. I request that you come to me with many applications. We will discuss it. I am ready. In that application, I know information about this flow. What should I do? Getting it? Right. As we do numericals, you will understand it, but it will take a long time to reach there. That is why. Clear? Is it okay, Shiva?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Anybody else? Anybody else? I hope the discussion with Shiva Kailash was okay. I think everybody should have understood what I am trying to tell them. Because the differentiation integration now no more mathematical. When I am taking electric and magnetic fields, I will coolly do that. I will tell that this is not valid, that is valid here. I will describe the physics and I will do this. Right. So that is why I am trying to put the idea. Arun, is your doubt cleared that how they arrived at those things? Arun?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understood now how the modeling was done. Modeling is quite difficult. And you are reading that Erwin Kreiswijk textbook after almost say 100 years of people having done work in it. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we are trying to go back a little bit in history and then again come back. Only then you will be able to do something better. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So we'll log off today. Thank you. Anybody has any doubts, you please feel free to ask now. Others can leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, one more thing. Just I'm present, sir. I just came after the attendance.
Serida, okay, no problem. Okay. நான் என்னோட பிரச்சனையை சொல்லிட்டேன்டா. Okay.
Fine, sir.
If I put the setting that I should give permission, people are removing and playing.
Yes, sir.
Right. If I and the permission which if I keep changing screens, the recording is getting affected. Tell me what I should do. Right. Okay. Right, we'll see.
Sir.
Yeah, who's it? Others?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
In the assignment, sir.
Yeah, tell me which assignment? Test 2 or test 3?
Sir, no, sir. I think I've uploaded it as a file, sir, rather than putting it as 1 second, sir. Mine is not corrected, I guess, sir.
I was insert it as a printout.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So should I do it again, sir?
Please do it. Please do it.
Sir,
everybody.
Even for me, it's not correct, sir. Now I have uploaded as printout, sir.
Yeah, because please understand my situation. I
Yes,
want
sir.
to see the answers as it is as I click your pages. Please understand my situation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. I have to correct all the 63 books. Correct.
So the
Yes, sir.
option is only available at OneNote software, sir, not available in Teams. Sir. The printout.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling open it in browser mode.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir. Okay, sir.
I gave the instructions very clearly. Right, open it in browser mode, do it pakka, it'll happen. See, when others have all done, only few people have got these problems. Please do it as per the instructions that I give. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you,
do
sir.
it. No problem. Do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right.